here to enjoy themselves playing Dota and win, and it's working out real well, Owen.
Yeah, those last two series that we've seen have been pretty scary. You know, we're coming into this grand finals. We sort of asked, you know, how do you stop Team Secret from just steamrolling over you picking, as it seems, whatever they wanted? And that's the scary thing as well. We've seen them whip out sort of these Terrorblade, position 4 strats. That was, you know, that was a few series. There's still more scope. You know that's not it. That's not the end of sort
like
of the secret surprises.
Well,
there's
right?
going to be more coming. You know, you know that these guys, if they can do this sort of stuff, it doesn't stop there. There's going to be some more crazy things coming.
Lots of theory crafting too, right? They had the day off yesterday. They got to watch all of the games, all 5 games from Fnatic. So they've got a lot of information to go based off of that and how they can prep and plan for those first opening picks. And
think about, I mean, like,
cool.
Envy was on Secret with Puppy, right?
He was.
So he's going to know Envy pretty well, having played with him. He knows how he thinks. And
Universe and Pi.
Right?
Yeah. A lot of those players, they've all played with Puppy before.
They've got that info. But equally, they know Puppy, having played with him. So it does work both ways. But yeah, Secret looking very strong.
Yeah. For Team Secret, for this tournament, if they win the grand finals, they'll move from 3rd to 2nd place on DPC, which means that they overtake Liquid, who then move to 3rd place. For Secret, though, for moving forward, if they come 2nd at a major at any point in the next couple of months, they'll make it to TI guaranteed. So that's the amount of points they need to have. But I think coming in 2nd place is already pretty comfortable for them. And all they need to do is beat Fnatic. That's going to be a tricky one, though. That is going to be their opponent for these grand finals. And Fnatic have been looking better and better. They came in, and I feel like it's a team that we've seen improve most, Vogt.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of shining stars, especially like DJ in particular has been playing incredibly well for most of their games. And I think Universe is starting to become that better fit, right? Because it's still a pretty recent change in a way. It's been, what, a month and a half or almost 2 months now since they got rid of Ohio. So I do think that he's starting to mesh well in there. And I think them at GSC, for me, they were the top 2 team. They were like EG and Fnatic were the top 2 for me. So they just fell a little short. But they're definitely, everyone's coming more in unison together.
They have they've had some really rough games, though, Owen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been a very much Fnatic storyline. We've had these games where they've had incredible leads. This time around, they've been able to close it up, but you're always sort of sat there wondering, you know, are Fnatic actually going to win this game, even though they're so far ahead because of what we've seen in the past? But it definitely seems to be that they are managing to control that inconsistency that a little bit more as the event's gone on. But the worrying thing is that it is definitely still there. Yeah. And, you know, that's sort of just having a small chance of being inconsistent. It's going to be very hard to sort of hold your own against Secret if that sort of hits you, because Secret, as they've been proven to be, are a team that, if they get ahead, these guys, they're not pretty good. They're not very good at the throwing thing. You know, they normally can shut off a game if they're ahead at the beginning of it all. And that, as I say, that's going to be what I'm very interested to see how Fnatic deal with as they go against them.
Yeah, for Fnatic, it is that if they make it here to the top 1, their amount of points is going to be from 10th to 9th. They'll overtake Mineski in rankings there. So that is their goal. They'll still not be in the top 8, though, but they are definitely on the right track, regardless of their result today, I think. Going into the finals, it's obviously a big thing, but how do the players feel about going into the finals? Let's take a look.
Right now we're feeling very good, and we're playing a bit wild. I think if a team needs to beat us, they need to bring the same kind of game.
And then we're gonna look at them as well, and like if there's any patterns or if there's a thought process that they have that we can decipher. Usually when you understand how a team thinks, you win. Not just what heroes they pick, but why they pick those heroes.
I think what makes us strong right now is just the amount of carelessness in the game, in a way. We feel very easy-minded during our games, and it's just a lot easier to play games like that. We haven't done really well lately, ever since we won a tournament before. It will also remind us of that we had what it takes before, and we lost it, and now we've regained it, and it shows how strong we are mentally as well, not only play-wise as a team.
So I mean, we win the tournament, then we have a shot at winning TI. Some teams like they care about just making sure they can get to TI. We really want to believe that we can do it all. Winning this tournament would mean that.
It would be very nice, of course, to win this like back-to-back. It is, I guess, a nice feeling to know that you're also the defending champion. I
feel like we have a 100% chance to win.
Will Team Secret be back-to-back champions here at Corsair DreamLeague Season 9? Or 100% win chance for Envy there. He thinks he's going to take it, or he knows he's going to take it. 100% is very confident. Owen, Fogged, how do you stand in this matchup?
I mean, as I say, because of the way the Secret's playing, there is always that worry that it is going to be a 3-0 stomp in favor of Secret. Obviously, I hope that doesn't happen because I do want to see some close matches, some exciting matches. But the way the Secret playing, there is definitely a chance that that can happen. Or as I say, it feels like there's definitely a luck element whenever you're watching Fnatic, whether they are just going to hit their stride and play like one of the best teams in the world, because that absolutely can happen with this lineup. I'm hoping that happens today so that we do get some close matches, because, you know, if it does, I would be super surprised if Fnatic were to 3-0 stomp Secret. But I think there's definitely a chance that we could get some close games. I just hope that Fnatic are sort of in that magical place today, where they're magical to bring out these magical performances that it baffles Secret, a team that is trying to baffle everyone else with their drafts.
Yeah. For me, I think it's probably going to be 3-1 Secret.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be really close games, though. I think that it's going to be like you can't really tell who's going to take the actual games like in the midst of it all. But Secret, they've been looking absolutely on fire, so I'd have to give them that advantage.
All right. Well, you guys will be commentating the grand finals.
We will be.
And I'm going to let you guys prepare.
Okay.
So I'll have Thomas play you out.
Have a good cast, lads.
Have a good cast.
Thank you. Have a good couch.
Thank you.
Oh, we will. Well, anyway, Ted will.
It's always a good couch.
And his couch is about to get better as well.
Oh,
because,
no. Not a guest.
Oh, yeah.
I was just getting comfortable. It depends on the guest. See if I'm happy or sad, depending on
Okay, well...
Is that a knock at the door?
There is a knock at the door.
Come in.
Come on in, Will.
Yay! It's my baby boy, William.
Did the couch just get better or what?
Thank you. A lot better. Love this guy.
Who doesn't?
Have a seat. How are you, sir?
Good. Finish it out.
Carry on.
There's some hidden handshakes things going on, you guys. All right, Will, grand finals times.
What's up?
Are you surprised to see these two teams here?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Why not?
I thought they were the two best teams here.
Okay.
So the
no
two best
newbie.
teams here are the two.
No Liquid.
Newbie is inconsistent.
They're not in a good place right now, are they?
Their highs are really high.
Yeah.
But their lows are like, I said a while ago, it feels as though this team drops more random series than any other top team.
Interesting.
All right. We can take a look at how the teams got to be in the finals. We have a bracket for you guys. One thing that you can't see on this bracket, but what I will say is that Team Secret got to these finals without dropping a single game. However, Fnatic, they dropped, or they went to 3 games in a series against Liquid, and yesterday also against Newbie, with Liquid being on the losing side earlier in the tournament, and yesterday 2-1 to Fnatic over Newbie. Have you been impressed by Fnatic's performance, Will?
Yeah. I think Fnatic is one of my favorite teams right now. They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
The big thing is, Dota for me anyways, for them it's a competition, but for me it's entertainment.
Of course.
As it is for the majority of people watching.
Absolutely.
And they are the most fun team to watch. Like that, for me personally, their games are always exciting for one reason or another.
Yeah.
They can't just be normal, straightforward games. After Pi won that game yesterday, he took off his headset and he had the biggest, like,
relief.
I asked him about it. I was like, dude, you looked, and he's like, relief. It's
yeah.
Like, it wasn't a weird game. We just won.
But it was funny because afterwards I said, the Universe and everyone, they were all standing out there and we were like, you guys were in control in that game. And they're like, no, dude, we thought we were going to lose at any minute. Like, they really did. And we were watching it thinking, oh, they're pretty
got
good.
it. Yeah.
But they were like, oh, no, we were terrified.
Panicked. They're too used to, they have to put themselves, because Universe told me, or Pi told me that the problem was their series against Na'Vi, the one they lost. Everyone was too calm. like nobody was saying a word as Navi was just marching down their mid lane. Then they just lost, and everyone's like, "Oh, wait, what?"
Maybe a little panic is good. Like
so now, now they're on edge.
Yeah, keep them on edge.
Oh, they're going to have to be on edge in this series as well. They will be going up against Team Secret, and before the match, we managed to catch up with Puppy.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, I'm here with Puppy from Team Secret to get some quick words before the grand finals that Secret have against Fnatic. Puppy, Secret, you guys have been experimenting a bit here at LAN. Are we going to expect to see a continuation of the experimentation in this best of 5?
For sure. We're here to play good Dota, and we're going to try our best to, you know, keep the stuff rolling that we're doing.
You have had 2 very dominant series coming up before getting to this grand finals. Did you sort of expect this coming into this LAN? Were you much more prepared than you have been sort of in the previous recent LANs?
Well, the year is pretty long, and there's going to be problems throughout the whole year. The most important thing is, of course, TI. So we're basically, you know, getting up, getting down, finding our groove, seeing what's best for a team, and you know, sometimes we're just going to have ups and downs.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Puppy. Good luck with your series. Back to you, Steve.
I think Owen grew a little bit there.
Owen is 10 foot tall.
Yeah, apparently so. But yeah, interesting things growing throughout the year. You know, the focus is obviously you want to win this grand finals, but the focus is on TI.
Right.
And I think that is something very important to keep in mind for these players as well. We talked about peaking too early and about there's no such thing that you just want to be on point all the time.
That's tough, though. I don't think in any sport anyone is able to be, apart from like Roger Federer or someone like that. You know, someone that's like an absolute phenom who can just be good for like the whole season, and then they take a break, and then they're just as good again. Like that is true greatness, I think. But most people, especially when you're one person, maybe you could do that. But as a team, everybody in the team is going to have the ups and downs. You've got to measure them, and so yeah, peaking at the right time, as people keep saying, I think is important. But,
very important.
Yeah.
And we have seen dominant performances from Secret this tournament. Will, is there any type of weakness you've spotted that maybe Fnatic can exploit?
I think sometimes Secret goes a little bit wild. Like the thing about when you're really good is that you know it, and sometimes you'll take unnecessary risks because you believe that you're going to be the better team in the end.
Also, they kind of like to test themselves, I feel like. They're like, I bet I can do it with this. You know, they want to see how far they can push it, right?
Yeah, and I think that is something that Fnatic of all teams can exploit.
All right, speaking of Fnatic, Owen managed to talk to Pylai before the match.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, I'm here with Pylai of Team Fnatic. Pi, you guys, you made it here to the best of 5 grand finals. You're up against Team Secret. Talking about your opponents, they've come off the back of having 2 very dominant series. Do you guys think that have you figured out Secret? Do you have plans for that other teams have been unable to pull off against them?
I feel like I want to say no, but I mean, we have some ideas. They look very strong, obviously, so yeah, we'll just have to see.
And what is it, do you think, about this LAN that's really sort of helped Fnatic pull it all together? Is this just part of an overarching greater story over the previous LANs where you've been getting better and better, or is something clicked here that just hasn't clicked before with your team?
No, I think it's the first thing is like I think the last tournament was a GS. Yeah, exactly. Like we should have done better, probably. And like so, we've slowly been getting better, and then like it's not like we stomped our games straight. Like there were a lot of pretty hard games, yes, but we did win, so that's why we're here.
Awesome. Well, good luck in the finals, Pi. Back to you, Steve.
Pylai, Envy, Universe. 3 players on the side of Fnatic that have all been in a team with Team Secret. Oh, sorry, with Puppy.
Universe only very briefly, though, right?
Yes.
Like 2 months or something like that.
Less
it wasn't
than 2
very
months.
long.
It was from Dota Pit to TI. Or no, it was from Dota Pit to Manila Major.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was 1 month
out.
or so.
It was not long.
It was
And
definitely.
he went straight back to EG. Yeah.
Do you think that has an impact when you're playing? Because I remember I did an interview in Katowice when Fnatic actually just had beaten Secret, and I asked him, like, you know, because we all want to see those storylines and have revenges and stuff, and I asked him, like, hey, do you feel extra good beating Secret and Puppy, given the history of the 2? He's like, no.
No, he doesn't strike me as a vengeful guy. Like he strikes
no,
me
but
as
it would be better. Wouldn't it be better if it was?
I don't
like
think he had enough time to really build up that sort of malicious feelings towards someone. You don't see many players who just say, I want revenge.
They really don't.
Really seem like that. They're professionals, you know. They understand how it works.
They want to win Dota and they don't care who they beat.
Just beat everybody. That's the plan.
You think that's true, Will?
Yeah, the scene is like super incestuous. Everyone has to play with everyone at some point.
Yeah.
So it would behoove people to just, you don't burn bridges if possible, because at some point that might be your teammate. And it might happen like 4 or 5 times. I've seen guys that are just like, I will never play with X, Y, or Z play, and then they do it 3 times in a row. Like, shout out to Bulba.
All right, so for this matchup, I asked you, Will, what your most important matchup would be, as in terms of roles, and you have selected the 4 position.
I have.
You got DJ versus Yapsor. Talk to me.
I think the 4 position in Dota right now is more prevalent than it's ever been. It's why we talk about it so much as commentators, and we often reward the MVP to the 4 position, because they oftentimes control pretty much how the tempo of the game is going to go in the early game.
Yeah.
And I think Dota right now is a little bit snowbally. And so if you have a very good early laning stage, like if you have a 4 position that can win you 2 out of 3 lanes, it makes everyone feel very super comfortable, very good. Everything's really chill. No stress at all when you win 2 out of 3 lanes.
And what do you think about this specific matchup of 4 DJ and Yapsor?
I think they're absolute beasts right now. I said yesterday that my top 4 positions were Roger, GH, and Yapsor. But if there's like somebody right outside that, I think it's been DJ, and it has been for quite some time. Like regardless of what this team like decides to play with in the future and stuff, I think DJ will always be the person like that they want more than anything. Like you saw Envy in an interview say like, DJ's my guy. Like I love playing with him. He's super calm. He never talks toxically. Just a super positive guy. No ego. Really easy to play with. Yeah.
It's very important. And you mentioned we award MVPs to 4 positions very often. What will you award your MVP vote to? That's the question. We have another Hacks MVP. You can vote during the game. And these are the players you can vote for after each game. We'll see what you went for.
You guys were very, very good yesterday.
Yes, the first 2 series were great.
Like most of the games, the MVP votes were actually legit.
Yeah, for when we had Fnatic versus Newbie, the MVP votes were really good. It only started going bad when Teen was playing.
Rude.
It is rude.
Very rude.
Very rude.
I saw when they changed Heen's name the next game, I was reading chat for a sec, and they were trying to figure out if there was a possible, so they would put hashtag Heen, and then with 3s and A's, like, they tried really hard to clean that system.
Yeah, they did.
They failed. But yeah, make sure you vote for your MVP. We'll be definitely interested to see what you guys thought. So for this game, any specific heroes we're looking forward to seeing? Because we've had from both teams some surprises. We've had Terrorblade support.